Cool.
All right, good evening, everyone. We'll give everybody a second here to get connected in, and then we'll get started. We'll give everybody a second to get in here, and we will get rolling. If everybody that's coming in, could you make sure you mute, please? Okay, I think everybody that is in is in. Let's just double check here. Everybody is in, everybody is muted. All right, and it is 7:02, so we are going to get started. First off, just for everybody's edification here, this meeting is being recorded so that we can play this back, and for those individuals that missed the meeting, they can watch it back later, or if you want to watch it back later because you missed something, you need to refer to something, you can do that too. So first and foremost, I don't know that I know everybody on the call, so I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Brian Haverstick. I am the Assistant Scout Executive and Chief Operating Officer for the Sagamore Council. Also on the call is Alan Parks, our Scout Executive and CEO. Kind of scan through the list here and see if there's any other dignitaries that I need to mention here. Dave Henderson, our council training chairman, is on here. Al Harvath, our council commissioner, is on here. And it looks like those are all of the dignitaries. Al, that's probably the first time you've been called a dignitary, but it's good. Good. Happy to have everybody on. All right, so we're going to get started. The chat function is turned on. If you got a question, throw it in the chat function, and we'll get to that here in just a little bit. But we're going to be here for about 30 minutes or so, just talking about the camp card sale. I got a short presentation here, and then we'll answer any questions and then get you guys on your way. So as we have used for the past couple of years, Adrenaline Fundraising is our supplier for our camp cards. Our camp card sale in and of itself is designed to be a fundraiser for your unit and for your scouts to be able to close the gap between, you know, where you are with your popcorn sales and what your individual needs may be for summer camp, and making sure that your scouts have an opportunity to get to camp. So that is the scope behind why we do this sale. So let's keep moving here. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right, so sale basics. So we've got please mute yourself, Jim. So we've got discount cards. They're sold for $25 a piece. That's up from last year, basically because the Adrenaline's market data indicated that with a $5 increase, they would still sell at that level. The scout or the unit, however you're organizing it, within your unit is going to get 50% of that $25 sale, or $12.50 per card. And just like our popcorn sale, your unit is going to keep your portion of the money, and then you're going to pay the council the difference at the end of the sale. Okay. All unsold cards have to be returned. I say have to be, must be returned to the council, or your unit is going to get charged for them. But if you do return cards, they're not going to count. They will not count against you at that point. Okay. The Sagamore Council, we're going to take the other 50% of the $25 sale. We're going to pay our bill to Adrenaline Fundraising. And that scale is a little bit variable based on how many cards we sold. Plus, we're on the hook for a percentage of the prizes that are going to be earned. And so we end up getting a portion of that 50%. But again, like I said, the scope of the sale is really designed for the units and the scouts to generate income, to help deliver on the summer camp program, not necessarily for the council to make money, even though the council does make a little bit of money in this. Just again, similar to popcorn, they have the opportunity to take donations as opposed to just selling cards. And your unit or your scout is going to get 50% of that donation also. The interesting thing here, though, is that donations do not count towards prizes. So it counts in terms of your commission, in terms of getting that 50% of that sale or that donation, but it does not count towards earning a hoodie or earning the AirPods or earning the free cards or any of the other things that we'll get into here in a little while. The sale timeline, sale starts right now. We've actually got some folks that have already started selling and have gone well so far. And then the sale ends on May 15th with cards and money due to Emily in our office by May 19th, okay? Each scout should strive to sell 10 cards. If you have a customer that's wanting to pay by check, they need to make that check out to the unit, and then the unit will pay the council and subsequently adrenaline fundraising. Again, just like popcorn, a lot of similarities here, but each of your scouts have a unique link that they can share on social media, text messages, email, etc. Cards sold through there need to be delivered by that scout or by that family. It's not like popcorn where if they buy something online, it's automatically shipped to their house. In this particular case, you have to deliver those. With regards to those cards, one of the prizes that the scouts can earn is free cards. So for every 10 cards that a scout sells, they get a free camp card to do what they want with. What I ask of each of you is do not use your allotment of cards to fulfill the needs of your scouts with regards to their prizes. That is counter to what we do in popcorn sales, where we tell you to use your leftover product to fill your take orders. In this particular case, we want you to turn your order into us, and then we will turn your extra cards over to us, and then we will allot your prize cards back out to you. That's a lot cleaner at the end of the sale, trying to determine what you are or are not getting charged for. Okay. New this year, there's a new app. So if you have the scoreboard app on your phone or your device from last year, you can delete that. There's going to be a new app. It's got a function in there to auto-generate emails and text messages. It's got the option in there to, or not the option, but it is set up to where if you've sent the text message to a potential customer, every 6 days, they're going to get a reminder until they either buy a camp card or they opt out. Up to 4 scouts can send this communication to the same contact. So let's say you've got 4 scouts and they're in the same classroom at school and they want to invite Mr. Johnson to buy a camp card. Well, 4 of those scouts can send that communication to Mr. Johnson, a maximum of 4. It could be obviously less than that, but a maximum of 4. You can upload a video within your profile settings. Each card, and we'll get to that here in a few minutes, but each card has a separate portal or a separate campaign set up. So if you're in Wabash Valley, you're selling the Wabash Valley card. If you're in North Star, there are 2 different cards. There's a Logansport Monticello, and then there's a Western card, if you will, covering DeMont, Rensselaer areas. And if you're in the Peshawar district, there's a Howard County card, and then there's a card that covers, the Wabash area. Some of you have chosen to sell cards in multiple territories, and that's fine. You're just going to have multiple logins within the app to be able to accomplish that. And yes, you need to have 2 different email addresses tied to that. But the interesting thing is that the system does not ask you to validate those email addresses. It just asks that you have a different email address for each of those accounts. Where that will become tricky is if you forget your username or password and have to go through the setting to click forgot password, well, then it will send that message over to the email address that you fictitiously used. And then you're going to find yourself in quite the pickle. So we talked about the No More Scoreboard app, and there is no option to take credit card payments through the app, but they can take credit card payments. It's just not through the app as a point of sale system. There's a QR code or a link on their phone that the customer can scan with their phone and then subsequently check out with their credit card. So a little bit different from popcorn. All right, prizes. You get 1 free card for every 10 cards sold. We talked about that a few moments ago. And $12.50 per sale obviously goes to help that scout go to camp. Sell 20 cards, you're going to get 2 free cards, plus you're going to get a new BSA hoodie, and you have earned at that point $250 towards camp. So 40 cards, you get Apple AirPods or a $50 gift card, plus everything that happened before that. And then the gift card increases by $50 for every 20 cards you sell after 40. When you get into the app, and we'll get into the app here in just a few minutes, but when you get into the app, when the scout creates their account, they're automatically required to click the size of hoodie that they want and the name that they want on the back of the hoodie, just in case they were to qualify for that. So it's a mandatory field that won't let you create the account until you give it that information. But you're not automatically getting a hoodie just for putting that information in. You're putting that information in the off chance that, I shouldn't say the off chance, but in the chance that you did sell 20 and got the hoodie. All right, so that's prizes. I see a comment in the chat function. Do you have to have the app in order to sell cards? You do not have to have the app in order to sell cards. If you want to do it the old school way by just walking around the neighborhood and selling cards, fine, you can definitely do that. But in order to maximize the sale and maximize the technology that's there, not just for the scout to participate, but for you as a leader or a parent to be able to track that and be able to run reports on where your sale is and who's paid and who hasn't paid and all those things. The app is very important. So is it a mandatory thing? No. Is it strongly recommended? Yes. Okay. Moving forward. All right, so we're going to get into the 5 different cards, and I'm not going to go through every business that's on each of these cards, but I just wanted you to be able to see them. So the Wabash Valley card is shown here, and it's just called Camp Card 1, Wabash Valley District. Okay, and then it's got all of its options on the back. You'll see there are 6 single tear-offs. That's the Lowe's, the Taze River, Get Air, AZIC Pizza, Best Buy, and Freddy's. Those are typically single-use tags where the business will take that tag from you when you use that. Sometimes they let you keep it and use it again, but more often than not, those are one-time uses. Okay. When you get over to the back side of the card, all those items there in the middle, those are multiple use items. Okay. So you could go get a free Blizzard from Dairy Queen as many times as you want, as long as you continue to go back to the participating Dairy Queens. Okay. I will tell you that on this card, you see the $10 off 100 or more, or $25 off a 250 or more purchase at the Lafayette location only. This will be the last camp card sale where that tag is going to be on there. And obviously with a $25 card, you get your monies back if you go to Lowe's and spend $250 right off the bat. And anybody that's shopped for any kind of home improvement supplies lately, it's not very difficult to get to $250. So that's the Wabash Valley card. That is the insert, the middle section there. There it is, just a little bit bigger. Okay. And then the subsequent slides that I'm going to click through here are each of the other cards. So the Peshawar District Camp Card number 2, that's going to be your Howard County area. Okay. And you'll see the tear offs there are a little bit different. We got a Buffalo Wild Wings, we got a Noble Romans, Half Moon Brewery, those kinds of places there in the Howard County area. That's their backside. That's their middle. Then we got North Star Card 3. This is going to be your Monticello and your Logansport oriented businesses. Okay. And then there's the backside. And then there's the inside. And then Camp Card 4. This is, they called this the North Star West District, just as a way to differentiate. And this is what's going to be your DeMont, your Rensselaer territory, with a card specified for that Jasper County area. And then the last card on here is the Peshawar East, which is going to be your Wabash, Marion, the eastern part of the Peshawar district. All right, so there's that. Boom, boom. All right, I'm going to pause real quick and check the chat function here. Okay, nothing in the chat at this point other than the one I answered a moment ago. Okay, so we're going to keep rolling here. So this slide here is two PDFs thrown onto one slide. The left-hand side is the unit leader information. The right-hand side is the scout information. So depending on your role, whether you're a leader in your unit or whether you're a parent of a scout, will depend on which side of this slide really makes is necessary for you. Okay, the left-hand side tells you what to do as a leader to get your unit to get attached to your unit. If your unit has already committed to the sale by sending Emily an email saying, hey, we want to sell camp cards, your unit is already listed in the system. You're just connecting your device to that unit by following the instructions there on the left. If you've got scouts, they're going to follow the instructions on the right. And the main difference is number 4, which is enter the fundraiser code. So there's a fundraiser code for the unit leaders. There's a fundraiser code for the scouts. Okay. And you can download that app by scanning one of those QR codes. Okay. All right. Next slide. Boom. Same thing for Howard County, except it's 2 different numbers. Okay. Same slide here for North Star. Again, 2 different numbers. Same slide here for North Star West, and same slide here for Peshawar East. Okay. Again, the difference is the number, and you'll notice at the very top where it says camp card number 5, Peshawar Northeast, unit leader info, or just regular Peshawar Northeast info. And that's obviously for the scouts. Okay. But it's very simple. I did it this afternoon. It takes just a couple moments to work through steps 1 through 5. And I didn't follow any of the other steps because I wasn't ready to start selling camp cards. I just wanted to be able to get it downloaded. Question here in the chat: if we're a parent and a leader, do we need to set up 2 accounts on the app, or does it allow you to switch between those functions within the app? You will have to set up 2 accounts at that point, one for your being a leader and one for your scout. If you're selling multiple cards, then you're going to have to set up multiple for each of you. It's an imperfect system, but that is the technology that we are working with. Okay. All right. Moving on. So your first step in all of this is to download the Raise 365 app. And I'm going to go through a video here momentarily that talks through what the following steps that you're going to do and a little bit of functionality of the app. Another question came up here. If a unit has a scout that wants to sell in 2 areas, the leader would need 2 logins as well. The leader is going to need 2 logins if your unit is signing out cards in 2 territories. Yes, because the scout's going to need to have 2, and the leader is going to need to have 2 as well. Next question said, where do they get their unit fundraising code? That is on the paperwork that comes with your camp card. So whether you're picking up your cards from Lauren here in the Wabash Valley District, or you're picking them up from Emily in the office, or you're picking them up from your district executive that's delivering them to your house, you're going to get paperwork, and the paperwork has those codes on them. So those PDFs that you saw on the screen, those are the actual papers that you're going to get with those QR codes right there on them. Okay. All right, let's keep it moving here. This is just a Camp Card fundraiser info sheet. I basically pulled information directly from here and put it into the PowerPoint, but it is on here also. All right, let's watch a video real quick. The sound should work just fine. If it doesn't, somebody tell me in the chat function and we'll troubleshoot quickly. All right, here we go.
Welcome to Raise 365. If you do not have an account already, go to the App Store and download it. Or you can go to www.raise-365.com. Open the Raise 365 app and click Sign Up. This is where you'll create your account. Fill out your name, email, phone number, create your own password, and click Register. If you have an account already, you simply need to log in, enter your username and password, and click Login. Scroll to the bottom of your previous fundraiser, click Other Information, and Join New Fundraiser. Now, type in your fundraiser code provided and click Continue. Next, you'll select your competition team from the drop-down menu. Upload a profile picture, select your custom prize information if applicable, and click Join Fundraiser. Now you're ready to go. To utilize our system to the fullest, click Enter Contacts here and share your fundraiser link with your parents or guardians. By sending this text, they can help you achieve your goals by reaching out to their contacts, sharing your link, and posting on social media on your behalf. Now start entering contacts of potential supporters. You can add people one at a time or utilize the Import button to select from your contact list. Once you enter a number or email, our system will remind anyone who hasn't yet supported you with reminder messages throughout the fundraiser. After you've added all your contacts, you send those people a text from your phone number by simply clicking the SMS bubble next to their names. This will send them a personal text from your number and have your profile picture embedded in the link. You will see the bubble turn green, indicating you've sent the text. Do this for all the people you have listed. The Share function will give you access to your text, email, and social media accounts. The last way to utilize our system is for in-person sales. Click the QR code if they want to use a credit card and have them scan it. If you are running a fundraiser that allows cash and checks, you simply click the Cash or Check Sale button on your phone and select what they want to purchase. Now you're ready to go. You can track your fundraising success by clicking the leaderboard and on your own name to see who supported you. Good luck and have fun!
All right. So one thing I will tell you is that as a leader, you will see all of
fun.
Hang on. How do I get to the next page? Hang on. All right, there we go. Excuse me. Let me stop sharing here. Okay, so once you're signed in as a leader, you have the ability at that point to see all of the scouts that are in your unit and how much they've sold, how many contacts they've put into the system, how many messages they've sent, those kinds of things. It's pretty user-friendly. It's just different. I know many of us are used to navigating the Trails End app with regards to popcorn sales. This functions similarly. It's got a couple of things that I like better than Trails End, but it functions differently, but it is still very user-friendly, especially for something as simple as a camp card sale, right? You don't have multiple SKUs, you don't have multiple products and multiple price points. It's one sale, $25, $50, $75, $100, however much they're purchasing, or if they don't want to purchase and they want to make a donation, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, got a couple questions in the chat. Let me pull them up here real quick. Dun, 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 dun. Papers with the codes. Okay. Is there a general card that can be purchased by family and friends nationwide? No, there is not a general card that can be purchased nationwide. What they recommend for those families that live out of town is just to make a donation back for that scout and not purchase a card, unfortunately. Next question says that they sell via the app. I assume we still need to get them the physical card. Yes, that is correct. If they sell via the link, I think I said that earlier. If they sell via the link, they do have to have the scout deliver that card to them. It does not auto ship to them. If they scan the QR code and pay via credit card, where does that money go? So that money, I believe, that money is going to go directly to Adrenaline, and that is going to bring down the bill that we owe Adrenaline, much like the popcorn sale. But I'm not 100% sure on that answer. I understood it that way, but as soon as I read that question, it made me question that. Alan, would you mind making a note of that for me? And let's ask Carrie that tomorrow, and we can send a follow-up message. Next question says, if you have multiple scouts, does the app accommodate that? The app will not accommodate multiple scouts under the same login. You've got to have multiple logins, just like you have to have multiple logins for each card. You have to have multiple logins for each scout. Okay. All right. Well, guys, we have been on here for just inside 30 minutes. My hope was to get everybody out of here in 30. What I will tell you is that the cards are in. If your district executive has not reached out to you already to let you know how to get your cards, Wabash Valley units, Lauren Randall has your cards for you, and you can set up a time with him to get them. Jennifer Vandenberg in North Star, when I talked to her yesterday, she was delivering cards around the district. So I suspect that she's making contact with those units. And Sherry is on from Peshawar. And if you've got any specific questions for Sherry and how to get your Peshawar cards, obviously you can stop at the office and grab them. Or if you're not near the office, send Sherry a message, email or text, and she'll work to help you get your cards. But we've got 6 weeks of our sale. We extended it 2 weeks into May, just because these first 2 weeks of the sale, we've got a lot of folks that are on spring break. So we extended it out 2 weeks, which is a little bit longer than we normally do. But we wanted to make sure we accommodated everybody's spring break schedules. So, or at least most people's spring break schedules. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to check the chat function one more time here. And there's no other questions in the chat. I don't see any. I think I've answered all of those. So I'm going to give you guys the rest of your evening back. Shameless plug here, though. If you do not have your tickets yet for the Scouting for Eggs adult Easter egg hunt on Saturday night, go to scoutingforeggs.com and pick up your tickets and help support scouting. All right, guys, that's all I got. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the scouting trail. Bye, guys.